Oh, finally. Who
This
is that?
this bloody thing up on my phone is really pissing me off now.
No, I don't think it's you. It's it happened to me. Like others also can't join. I mean, you are the first one to come here. I don't know what was the problem, but I invited like 3 or 4 times. It didn't work
I
out. I sent links, I sent invites, but it didn't work for some reason. Let me check.
Brandon and
Hmm,
Astra.
yep, Brandon Astra. Um, Let me check if they can get in. Brandon said he needs 10 minutes anyway, so 10 minutes. So he wouldn't click on the link yet, but Astra.
Yeah. Honestly, it's
Um,
weird though, isn't it? It's a problem with my app because it said connecting, connection, and I kept saying to myself,
yeah,
said,
it's
God,
it's
if this is recording and I'm talking to myself here, I thought, God, this is going to be funny.
Yeah, I think this problem wasn't when I first started recording 1 year
No.
ago. I think since Spotify started, doing some business with Anchor, these kind of problems started happening.
Oh, money talks, though, doesn't it?
Oh
No.
yeah,
It's funny though. Nothing happens until like gets taken over. And everything just goes downhill. And I don't just mean with like any money. I mean with anything. It's like if somebody takes over a book or something, it might go downhill because it's not the same people working on it.
yeah, I know. Um, let's see. So how was your week?
It was fine, I guess. Really, just absolutely nearly tortured myself going through surrender twice, and it's like, oh god. Which problems will arise about that? We'll talk about that later. But apart from that, I haven't really been doing much, to be honest. Got
I
myself another
actually
phone.
uh, surrender. I mean, not myself. I was in this like I downloaded Twitch the other day on Sunday. So I went on a stream and they were playing Surrender. So yeah, I mean that was interesting. I read or I saw what happens. The language was wow, and I saw like Reagan and MC, even when they're kissing and almost too deep into each other, like with tongues. Even then they're talking. So the one who was reading, she said, "I
I think it's
how
what sounds like that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So they said like, with tongues like that, it ain't gonna sound sexy.
What's so sexy about talking like this? It sounds like you got a lisp.
Yeah,
God,
probably. It turns them on. So whatever they turn on,
God, God!
what?
If I got to somebody and they said that turns them on, I'd be out the door. I'd be like, see you, bye. Oh,
Hmm,
thanks.
look, we're not gonna kink shame them, but
Well, come
it's
on.
really fun.
Like, if that turns you on, like, anyway, yeah, that's not shame.
But yeah, communicating is good. In a relationship, where we're doing communicating is good. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe take your tongue out of your partner's mouth before you talk.
Hey, man, how are you doing today?
Oh,
It's
what was saying, Mom? Oh, I don't
oh,
know.
I'm putting
What,
my tongue.
Jennifer?
I'm going to put my tongue as far as back as I can in the back of my mouth, and it sounds. Hello, sounds like a dog.
Is that
But
Jennifer? Do that, Jennifer?
Jesus, God, whew, not even 5 minutes in.
Oh yeah. Let me check.
God.
God.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Things start like that. Like so, before Surrender, when I went into her stream, like we started talking about time zone without anything. Like, like so it's something like that. We get drifted from the topic. It's kind of
Yeah.
fun. What we do that.
Well, we wait, but yeah, I mean, pardon me, that's made me cough now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Whew,
um,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
my college is about to open, from next week or something. So I'll be under pressure because it'll be my last semester, and then scouting and going to different uni and stuff. I do hope like I don't know, like I hope like I don't go to a university like Belvoir.
I was just about to say that because when you get a thirsty professor after you, then you won't be able to romance anybody else because that's what cream bee
I
is.
mean, the professor was the good part about it. Just imagine being locked up with people like Chloe and others, and having someone like Poppy. I mean, that's, oh my
Oh
god. I mean,
no! Don't even mention that, man. Please.
yeah,
Oh God, I couldn't.
that's
I,
too
no,
much a
I,
deal.
oh, no, no thanks.
Yeah, wait. Oh, yeah. I mean, crimes of passion. How's that going? Did your doubts click in? Like, was the person you're guessing to be a wrong villain? Is it turning out to be a?
I'll have to read a few more chapters. No, I've read them all, but like I'd have to read a few chapter or two more to see if it is nailed on to who I think it is. But I've got the person I could have think it was. I don't think it is anymore. But like, yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
you know,
let me ask you a question. Do you like mummies? I mean, not mummy like Jennifer or Nicole, but like pharaohs. Like Egyptian pharaohs or ancient alien mystery, Egypt mystery. Like you're, are expeditionist and you're going to Egypt, and mummies are coming after you. Like these kind of adventures. Do you like them?
depends who the mummy is.
Yeah, actually, you get to choose your main character's gender, and you have equal love interest time, and it's a good story in Whisper app. It's called The Raider's Lost Heart or something. I mean, it's a very good story.
Yeah, I'll probably have to give that app a little look into because obviously I've heard a lot of people on news say that it is quite a good book. But yeah, you know, I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, I think it has good plot and really good plot. I mean, I have not read a book with this good a plot after Nightbound. I mean, I Nightbound, it's like that kind of something, Like it has everything in it.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a go after the after we've recorded this, because if it's got this good of reviews, and I've heard a lot of people say that their stuff is quite good, I'll have to give it a
Yeah.
download.
Mm. Yeah, it's like Devil's Deal, something like,
Yeah,
you were gonna like it. I mean, I was thinking about, yeah, I said Nightbound. Also, Devil's Deal I enjoyed recently. I mean, after those books, this book has me intrigued.
yeah. I mean, as well. No, I'm not going to say this just yet, but yeah, it's yeah. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just wait.
Why is that? Oh, I think the
Oh,
connection issue. Oh, wait. I think there's a big connection issue, like you were the one who made it through. Congratulations. I mean, I don't know how that happened. Like that was like really something happens like
yeah.
once out of 10 tries. Like I don't know what's happening with Anchor today.
I know it's a bit weird. I think as well. I said the reason I asked for the link was is because I thought, right, let's see if it works through Google Chrome or something like that. And it obviously it worked perfectly the first time, right now. So I thought, all
So
right then.
how did you join? Like, did you join through the request or link?
The link on when you sent in the he sent me. I thought, well, I'll try it like this, and it worked
The
without
bloody
even
hell
going
with
onto the app.
Anchor today. Oh well.
I know.
Wait. Let me see. Let me share the link again. Hmm, I think this is the same link. You there? You can hear me?
Yeah. Okay. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. I I
There you
usually
go.
don't go out of this, interface because sometimes I lose the progress and I have to start over again.
Yeah.
See? Hmm.
It, it's not nice.
Yeah. But anyway, while we wait, so I heard you guys are talking about a sports book last Sunday when I was gone for
Yes.
dinner. That's
Yep.
interesting. I would love a sports book. Like, I agree with stuff you said, but you know what? Like, I have seen sports book in chapters, and in most sports book, we are not the one who plays sports, but it's our love interest. Ice
Yep.
King. Like, I
Yep.
don't want my love interest to be a
No.
sports person, but I want my main character to be a sports person. If that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep. And I bet you what all of them are more or less American football. Yeah.
Mm,
It's just
well,
infuriating.
yeah. It's in, it could be around some other sports, but yeah, like football seems to be like the popular one over there. But you remember I don't think you've played the unexpected errors. We get to play cricket. That was awesome.
Yeah, I just wish, like I said to Asher and Brandon last week, like I said, I just find it a bit weird that PIXELBERRY, if you heard this, heard me say this, sorry. I said, I found it weird that did comment to somebody saying, what kind of sports book? Like, why would they comment to something like that? You know? Ask them what kind of book would it be? Would it be hockey, baseball, American football, or soccer or something? I thought,
Mhm.
please God, no, not a bloody American football one, because we know it'll probably be that. But on the love interest, there'll be a guy who's not gender customizable. But you know,
Wait.
what's up?
Something seriously wrong with the connection. Asher says she can see the interface but can't join. So how did you join? Chrome?
Like, literally, you sent me the link and it sent me to Chrome, and it says I haven't got the I got the app on my phone, and obviously you sent me the link to not the link, sorry, you just sent me the request. I thought I accepted, and it said connecting, right? So what I did was I said to you, send me the link, and I pressed the link and it worked. So yeah, are you still here? You have
Can you hear
just
me?
not. Yes, I can now.
Yeah, so I was chatting with Astra, but again, then you were losing me. So that's the problem. When I get off my interface, I lose the connection. It's an Anchor is a funny business.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
doesn't like cut out. It just cuts off like you've muted it. Just
exactly.
and I wish Danker would do that. Where you can press the button to just mute yourself.
Yeah, I
It's a
hope they
bit.
do that. They don't have it. That would be super awesome. If we have mute buttons, that would be super good. Just like Zoom or something,
Yeah,
Google
because
Meet.
what if you need the I mean, what if you get a phone call or like if the postman turns up, and I don't mean it like that, but I mean if the
Mm,
postman turns up or something, or yes, you
yeah,
could just leave your phone upstairs, but that's not the point. What if somebody comes into the room or something?
yeah. I know. I think Anchor is like very professional. Like maybe it's destined for like studios or like when you're alone and it assumes you like you're not gonna be interrupted. Nothing's gonna happen. Like it probably like a very professional thing.
Yeah. But
It
like,
only does that.
it's not just with like Anchor as well. It's like with anything. Like you can't just exclude anything else, though. Pardon me.
Interesting. Astra's, it doesn't seem to work for Astra for some reason. She can see like there is like someone like your username and my username, but it wouldn't connect her for some reason.
Has she got the app?
Yeah, she got the app. She
That's
tried
probably
through
why.
Chrome, and she's trying to join through phone also. So I don't know. What seems to be the problem here? Well, that's really. But yeah, Valentine's Day is coming soon. February is coming soon. Any plans you got?
No, I wish.
Um, what do you think? What do you think Reagan is gonna buy for MC for Valentine's Day?
Probably being a heartless bitch again.
Yeah,
She's probably just being a heartless bitch like she always is. Tries to
that
get us
seems to
with
be.
her mate, and then to say we've got a new dom, and then to say no, we don't want you to be with her anymore, and then tells us to break the rules what she set at first. It's like, well come on,
Yeah,
fucking hypocrite.
but the outfit they were on, like the Dom outfit, they really pulled that off really well. Like I was like, wow. Now
Yeah,
that's BDSM, like something I'm seeing. Like that was wow. I'm talking about
probably
the
the only
female one.
BDSM, probably only the BDSM part of the book, which is actually probably not right, but like done properly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like there were filler chapters, like the action
Oh
started
yes,
from chapter 10 or 11, and yeah.
exactly. What did we say last week as well? Would Pixelberry do this? Do you always start the good action 10 or 12 chapters in? Why?
Hmm.
Start it from
Yeah,
straight from the beginning. Like I say, like Wake the Dead, like Crimes of Passion.
Nightbound. There are tons of books. Endless Summer, but for this one, Shipwrecked and this one, Surrender, double S,
Yep.
they have the same problems, right? But though Shipwrecked had a prominent start, like it had a good start, and then it was like sort of swayed, short chapters, and then it kind of had action.
The love interest being so indecisive, she pushing us apart, then wanting
Mm.
us back again, pushing us apart,
Yeah,
wanting us back again, and then poof, action starts. It's
mhm.
like, why?
Yeah, they focused on the love interest and Ames's, chemistry and their feelings, and then it was, I think, it was the main thing for 7 or 8 continuous chapters.
Yep.
Like how the love interest and Ames's feelings are toward each
Well,
other.
I mean, look, obviously, I know people are going to say about that, like saying, "Yes, you're on a deserted island together. You're going to do that." Yeah, but what's more? What's more? What would you prioritize more? Somebody you've just met, getting to know them, getting to fuck them, or surviving and living?
I think it was, I think it was
I'm
done until we got like, I think, yeah, like, if you're deserted in an island, like that's my opinion, like I think, yeah, what they did, you can like hook up and then, but
Yeah,
I think it was done
but like
properly.
straight away saying you want to kiss them all. It's like, what the bloody hell? You've been shipwrecked on an island, and first thing you can think
Mm.
of is something like, "Oh, let's hook up," or "Let's kiss," or
Yeah,
it's like,
I
come
think,
on,
that's
man.
like that's not the most impossible thing. Like I'm not complaining
What?
about it. I think that was done good. I had zero complaint about that. I enjoyed that. But what I didn't understand, like when we're 6 feet under the water, someone got shot. Those scenes, I think they could have. That was just, I didn't have an explanation for those.
Me and Brandon said this perfectly at the start. I said this in the group chat, didn't I? Just after the first chapter, I think it was. Said, look, that person who pushes in the water is more pivotal to the plot. And
Yeah,
then it was like, come on. It was a bit obvious. Why would you just do this out of nothing? Like,
I
why
know.
would you just do that? Where it's like, yeah. I mean, as
I
much as I
know.
know you like the love interest in that book, it was a bit tough at the start. That's why I was really tough on it at the start. It's like, like you said, they were focusing more on the chemistry than there was the actual plot.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah, the
fine.
chemistry. Yeah,
Yeah.
but also if you see the chemistry, I think I would like to know what you think about it. But like under the light of recent books like the Professor of Queen Bee or Sam and other characters, I think there was something special about the love interest. I mean, the love interest, they are not like, it's of course a single love interest book, but there's something about them. Like they're not CEO boss, and I think it was like we never felt like they're trying to overpower us. Yeah, like there were some problems with the love interest past, and they had some trust issue. But I think they worked on that really well. But yeah, it centered around that for 7 or 8 chapters in the middle. There were nothing but the emotions of the love interest and main character. But still, I think if you just look at in romance part, it was a
Yeah.
good romance
I'm
book.
not,
Like
I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not disagreeing with that, but the book could have finished after 8 chapters. if they didn't include all this chemistry. 10,
Exactly.
8, 8 or 12
No.
chapters. It's like they try to milk so much coins and gems, not very coins and gems, passes and the keys and diamonds, sorry, out of you just to, because they know, Pixelberry always know that that's what probably most of people come onto the app for. Like, yeah, that's fine, but like, it's just a bit tough
Hey,
when
Brandon.
book could have just
What I
like
miss?
finished within 12 chapters.
Yeah. I know. Welcome, man. How's it going?
It's not going too bad. What I miss?
Oh no, nothing. We had just some, connection issues. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you finally were able to join. Astra couldn't join for some reason, but yeah, we're just talking about, we talked a bit about surrender, and then yeah, we're talking about shipwrecked.
Oh yeah. It's been a while. Actually, I read that book quite recently. I can't say it's been a while.
You finished it?
Yeah, I finished it a little while ago.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I finished it last Saturday.
Yeah, I finally got the time. And I was like, I need to finish this book. I'm just gonna finish it. Got caught up. I quite like the ending. I liked it at the start, but it just kind of took a while to build up. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, Astra, welcome. Can you hear us?
Hi, I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, praise the bloody Lord! Thank God everybody's here.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
The
know
whole
what
gang's
happened.
back together.
No, I didn't mean that into any harm about anybody. I'm just saying that the connections issues were bloody
Oh
pathetic.
yeah, I don't know what happened because usually my connection's pretty good, and it only takes me like a few minutes to find out what's going on, but it took me like almost 20 minutes. So good thing it's resolved now. So that's
Yeah.
good.
The whole
yeah,
gang's back together.
Yeah. Have I? I'm okay. I'm just like so. Enervan is here.
yeah, I'm here.
Brandon.
I'm here.
Cool.
And Mac.
And Mac.
Yes,
Okay. Nice.
yes,
Nice.
it's me. I put Mona because that's all I get told I am. So I thought, do you know what? I'll just put them as a joke. You know.
Well, if they do call you that, they haven't got the balls to call you it in public. I'll say that.
I know it's true. And to be honest, that's the thing about anybody, isn't it? Really, you say something online, keyboard warriors. Oh, look at me! I'm clever, and I'm like 12 years old. I don't give a crap, mate. Say it to my face, and then you'll know. It's pathetic.
Majority count.
Yeah, yep, definitely. But I'm glad like everyone made it here. Like we
Yeah.
had some serious connection issue today. Astra struggled a lot. Mac had some problems joining. And Brendan, I'm glad. Like this went down smoothly finally. But yeah, like how's
Yeah.
everybody doing?
Pretty good. This is the first time that I'm recording with you guys, or the first time that I have this with you guys, like on a laptop instead of my phone. So I think that's interesting to see how different the experience is.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting my PC back sometime this week, so that is going to be beautiful. Return to the world of
Oh,
PC life. Oh,
that sounds
cannot wait.
exciting. I have
I actually
a
cannot
gaming
wait.
laptop that's new, and I'm really excited to start playing some games on there too. Because I've had my current laptop for a while, so this new one, I'm sure there's a lot I could do. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I've always said about a powerful gaming laptop or a PC. Like the possibilities are endless, and I think
Yeah.
Mac's even getting himself a PC as well.
Yeah, they better be good for
Yeah.
what price I'm bloody going to pay for it.
What price are you
My
playing?
laptop, £850.
What are its specs?
I think it's got a 3060 in it.
A 3060,
Eight-
850 for a 3060.
In a laptop.
Now I'm looking for a currency
You,
rate
you're saying
conversion.
that, yeah? How much is it for like a one out of the box, brand new now, scalper price? It'd be about what, £500, £600? It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, like PC and all the sets, like they're pretty costly. And if you buy like all the parts and then you join them by yourself, I think that's a less costly as to if you buy it completely. You know what I mean? Like the whole set.
Well, it can be costly
Right.
regardless, but if you have all the parts and you actually build the whole thing yourself, it's guaranteed. Like
Yeah,
you're getting yourself a
cheaper.
better PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
because when
'Cause you could get the better specs with, with whatever you choose. I'm trying to do that maybe in the future too. I think that would be a really fun project to finally like build your own gaming PC, or I mean maybe laptop, but the building for that's a lot more limited than you would with a desktop
It's
tower.
Yeah.
also PC laptops also way more complicated, especially in terms of upgrading them.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can only
You have
Exactly,
to
because
upgrade
you have to
it's
change
very
literally
them all
one
apart and
thing.
such.
yeah, it's a much smaller space you're dealing with. So, but that's something cool. Have any of you done that recently? Like, started from scratch or something?
Yep, I
No,
actually just
Mm,
not
recently
no.
really.
built my own PC.
Most I've done is taken a bunch of parts out of my PC because I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it, but I haven't really
Exactly,
taken it
same here.
fully apart.
I had to build it
That's
from literally
cool.
scratch. New RAM, motherboard, CPU, graphics card,
Oh,
installing all the OS on it. God, good God.
I'm video calling you if I bring my own PC.
Honestly, it's the
That would
first
be
time I did it,
cool.
it broke, and I thought, "Do you know what? I'll just chuck it away, give it to somebody who needs it. Probably have
Hmm.
to do it myself."
Yeah, all I've done,
There is
like,
actually
I've sat on a computer and just punched in some numbers for programming. Like, I did Python programming in college, so I just did that programming part after opening that. So, but I don't literally know anything about the parts, or like, if it's broken or something happens. Like, I don't know. I don't have any clue.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's something I learned later on in life. Like, it's much better to definitely customize like a PC tower. And there's even like a simulation game for it too that I plan on checking out soon.
PC
I
building
think
simulator.
I know it sounds really weird, but
Yep.
I there's one on my phone, and there's one also on the Steam game
Yep.
store.
I've got that one.
So, oh, that's cool.
yeah, there's a PC building simulator on Steam. I've been told that's actually not too bad as in terms of learning the basics.
No, I only paid
Yeah,
£3 for it. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
yeah,
get it.
yeah. I think it's a really good opportunity, especially because it's something that gamers are more and more interested in these days.
Yeah, and streamers and also, yeah. And Brandon, so are you gonna buy a new laptop, or like you're gonna just repair your old one?
My old one isn't necessarily broken. It's just there's an error with the software. So, and I've had it for 2 years, so it needs a checkup anyway. So it's still in good condition, in great condition actually. I mean, it's going to need an upgrade, like a new graphics card and some RAM eventually, but I can put some parts into it for a bit. Then maybe look at building a new fresh one with brand new parts.
Well,
Well, I hope all the best for that too.
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't understand that, but I hope you get it done.
Who knows? Maybe we'll go from podcasters to gamers soon.
Oh, that would be good.
No.
New
No,
experience.
because last
Oh,
time I
that
gamed properly, God, I think I broke about 4 controllers and the 2 TVs. So yeah,
That's why you play team decent games, Mac. Not
decent
uh,
games.
not
Let's
Fortnite. Not
play
Fortnite.
Among Us.
what do you guys like to play? I actually just play PC only, and there's one I really like called Warframe that I play sometimes. Sometimes League of Legends, and then there's
Oof.
several
If you're
others as
playing League of
well.
Legends,
LOL.
you are committing yourself to a life of hell. I'll say that. Oof.
Yeah, that's why I took a break because it was a little much at one point. So,
A
Yeah.
mate of mine
but
plays it competitively, and he regrets it still to this day.
who?
A friend of mine, he plays it competitively, but he regrets it to this day because
Is it bad?
Yeah,
it's
because if you match with random people, then it's just you never know what could happen, and
not even
sometimes
just
the
that as well. Um, like yeah, random people, but it's the same when I play Rainbow Six. I've played the game since it came out. It was at a perfect state when it released, and it's just gone downhill quite a bit. You know, and that's the kind of impact on certain games you have. It's like if you're with a game for so long, you experience everything, and it can be kind of kind of draining, I guess. Like I still love the game, and my friend still loves League, but it's like it can be quite draining.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
very different. Yeah.
yeah.
What were you
Um,
saying?
Yeah, I was saying like I played Among Us starting from 2020 end, and there I think you connect with more random people. I played on the audio version, so there was an app so where you can get like you ask, hey, what's the code, and then you get joined on the audio. So there are lots of cheating and stuff, but even if you just type and play the Among Us game, I think Among Us is the one and only game, not a story game, but actually a game that I have played for a long time. Otherwise, I just like I played FIFA, I've played Madden, NFL game, and some, but I deleted them eventually because I don't really get into that. But Among Us, I think it's really fun, really cool game. I really like, being a detective or like, if I'm an imposter, killing.
Wait, that sounds awesome. I love mystery games. I'm gonna ask you about that later because I have several games like that too, like the mystery story type. Or they're kind of visual novel games too, maybe similar to what you would call choices in the
Oh
similar
yeah.
category. But I love those a lot because personally, not only do I really value graphics in games, but I also really care about the storyline. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
something I would love to see.
In Queen
That
Bee,
reminds
we
me
had
of
one Among Us.
wait, the what?
In Queen Bee,
Yeah, remember when
Oh
Poppy
yeah.
betrayed?
Yeah, I remember that. The second book near the end.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
I
No, that
still,
reminds me of
I,
have you still
I
not
actually.
finished it?
Oh, you finished book two?
Yeah.
It was very good, but I felt like there was something missing a little bit
I think from
in
the
terms
ending.
of
Yeah.
what were you saying?
I think from the ending, it was good. It was nice, but it could have been better.
hmm I
What?
think that the part with knowing what happens with the main character and their love interest was a bit blurry. So that would have been nice if that was expanded on. But the
Yeah.
series is almost done, so they're not really going to change anything about it. But it was just
Mm,
something I wish happened.
yeah. Like
Happened, yeah.
Shipwreck, where you get what happens after one.
Yeah, what's it called? That reminds me of.
Exactly.
Come on, reminds me of actually. But yeah, shipwrecked where the bond stuff happens. You're like gaining bond, and like that can actually help in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a feature that was really good.
Yeah. No, like at the end, you get to see what happens after 1 year. Like if you choose to be with your love interest, then like you will see you're working together, and then that's a really good ending. Like with a kiss, it ends. I think
I
that's
think if
a
you, I think that'd be an alternate ending if you don't choose to go with the love interest, because I doubt they'll just end it. So there must be an alternate ending if you choose not to be with the love interest.
yeah, I know. Two parts there. That was good.
That's actually a really good point, and because I usually do go for the love interest, I have no idea what it's gonna be. But I'm guessing it would just be like the version of that ending, just with the main character speaking. That's just like my guess. But if there was like a playthrough of that, I would love to see it. But most of the time, choices players are usually after the love interest, so it might be a little difficult to find that.
Of course, I can't saying no to money. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
also with story games, on that note, there is actually there's a series of story games where you might make choices called Man of Medan. Um, it's a trilogy series. Oh no, the Lost Pictures anthology. One of the books was called Man of Medan. It's a co-op one, so you both play as characters, and both choices that you make impact each other. So it's like you're in the game, you have to go in game chat. You can't communicate with each other unless you're in the same scene. So if you're in different scenes, you're doing your own thing, making your own choices, and you've got to be careful what you do because that can affect like what happens. It's really good actually.
What's called Man of the Den?
It's Man of Medan's the name of one of the books. There's three in total. Let me double check.
I just looked it up
Uh,
now. There's something called the Dark Pictures Man of
that's
Medan
it.
or something.
Yeah, that's it. That
Ominous.
pictures anthology.
Ominous. That sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's 3 books. The first book, a group of teenagers stumble across, they stumble across an old World War II battleship that was lost during the end of World War II. It left it left China, and it disappeared, and nobody knows what happened. So these teenagers stumble across it, and obviously they stumble across the dark secret. There's one called Little Hope, where a group of stranded college students and teacher become stranded in an isolated and abandoned town, also with a dark secret. And then the third one, which is actually my favorite, Houses of Ashes. It's a military type one. Special forces are looking for a new weapon, but instead uncover, a great new evil, something like that.
Oh,
Really good.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
That reminds me of X Files.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh,
I'll check it out.
yeah, they're searching for chemical weapons, but they unearth something deadlier. That one I really want to play. I'm always into military stuff, so it's a co-op game. So if you get somebody with you, you can go through it with them. It's really good. So it's on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
You
Nice.
can't play it
I
on your
did
Android.
see that.
No, it's a platform game, main platform game.
I heard that League now has a mobile app. I don't even want to go on it because I feel like that'd be really hard.
I
But
haven't heard much about League mobile app, but I haven't even tried it yet. I mean, I downloaded the client, I booted up the game, but something just said, "Don't make this mistake. Exit. Don't go down this path."
I
And
know
I definitely went for it.
something said that to me too because it just doesn't. This is a game where you need to see your screen very easily, and if it's a small, I just don't. I think it kind of ruins the gaming experience a little bit to have it on a very very small device. But I am gonna check out the game you just mentioned because I
Yeah.
looking at it and I love what I see like in terms of the graphics too. Like
What's
it
the name
seems
again?
really nice.
It's called the Dark Pictures series,
Dark
or the
Pictures.
Dark Pictures Anthology.
Dark Pictures.
Now, that's something we
I'll
could actually do, because I know Astra's got her gaming laptop. I've got my PC soon. We could do it like an all
Got
thing
one.
together. Like we could go up in teams of 2 and we could both view the game on each other's screens, and we could both make the choices for each other. Like teams of 2, so we can do like a full co-op thing. That'd be a good thing.
That's awesome. I would like to do that. Yeah, just let me
Yeah.
know about it later because I would be interested because I mean most of my games are on Steam and I'm now that I finally have like a new device or a new laptop, I'm sure it's gonna be even better experience than
So
playing on the one I
so it's
have
like
now.
definitely. Just like I could take Mac with me, and then Astra and Air could go together. We could meet up. It'd be really cool.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I would love that. That sounds like a really good opportunity because I haven't played like any of the like any story types of games that are multiplayer. That sounds like a really nice opportunity. So I'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking as well because there's currently a sale on Steam for the Lunar New Year sale. So I'm just seeing if the games are actually on discount because I know that there is a trilogy bundle for these 3 games, but I'm just having a look.
Oh,
For
that's
Dark
a good
Pictures?
point. Yeah, it's called the Dark Pictures.
And they also have demos of the start of the games as well. Yeah, there's a trip. Oh, that is actually beautiful. The bundle is on offer now, 55% off. Ooh. So in our currency, it's around £75 for all 3 games, but it's now down to £33.96.
That's interesting.
That's
Oh,
that.
that's very worth it.
Definitely. Once I get hopefully I get my PC back this week. The Lunar sale ends.
Are you
When does the
planning to
Lunar
buy
sale end? Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna buy it if I can get my PC back in time. I've got enough money, so money's not the issue. It's just a case of being able to buy it. So February 3rd. Trying to see.
Oh yeah, I just had it on.
That's Thursday.
Thursday. I should have my PC back by then. If I don't, I'm going to be
Supermassive
annoyed.
games.
Yeah, but there's a lot of big titles on discount, like Dead by Daylight, 50% off, all sorts of games.
Amazing.
That reminds me, I get emails about that too when I add something to my wish list on Steam.
Oh yeah, me
So
too. My wish list is
yeah,
yeah, I'd
there's
say
a
I
lot.
don't. Yeah, I usually wait with Steam. I usually, unless there's a game I really really want, I will pre-order or buy it then. But other than that, I'll just wait for discounts because then I know I can get multiple games for good prices. Because one thing I love about Steam is the prices. Like the prices are quite fair, and when they go on discounts, they go crazy cheap compared to like
Exactly.
console platforms. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It's very much more affordable, and I think that it makes it accessible for a lot of gamers out there. That's why I really appreciate that platform. But I'm gonna be
yeah.
getting the Dark Chronicles, or wait, whatever it's.
Dark
Yes,
Dark
Pictures, yeah.
Picture
the Dark
Anthology.
Yeah, if you
Pictures.
go into one of
Yes.
the games or search up the group, there'll be a link to the bundle below it.
Is it an audio is there an audio like that horror game? I can't remember the name of the horror game, but it was very popular. Uh, Something Dark Water. I can't remember the name.
I think I've got an idea.
That's. I've, there's probably a lot of scary games that have that name. Actually, I bet there is. I bet I probably have one in my wish list too.
A really old horror game I used to play. Mac, I don't know if you'll know it. It was called Vampire Saga Pandora's Box. It was one of those
I've
click
heard of it. Yeah,
and yeah, that game where it's like click and point and it's like about a guy in a ship.
I've definitely
I
heard of that
think
one.
I've
Yeah,
seen that. I've heard about that before, actually.
Yeah,
Used to
it's one
play.
of those. It's one of those hidden object type games. That's what it's called, and it's a really good story. I used to play it all the time as a kid. Literally, it wasn't even that scary to me, but I found it really interesting because it was supernatural and all sorts. It was really cool.
Wow.
Oh, I like the hidden object games a lot too. There's a series
Mm.
um, called Letters from Nowhere. It's a two-part game series, and you could play it on PC or smartphone. And I really love the soundtrack of it, and the main storyline. Not only do you like have to find the objects, but there is a story to it. And I found it to be like it's a very nice horror type of story, but it's also a mystery. And basically, the main character that you're playing as has to find her husband, and there's a lot of weird things going on and where she lives. So that's also a pretty good one, but it's not multiplayer though.
Ooh.
You'd have to play it on your own, but it's still really really enjoyable.
I know. I have played games like that. I remember now I mentioned it. Last year I played two games. Like one I played the year before last year. That was I Am Innocent. Now I Am Innocent game was really find a mystery book, and it's like you chat game basically. You have a story, but what ruined the game for me that we had to do some side puzzle solving, and that was like impossible to do after a certain level. And then I had some detective games, like it had like three different games, like where you're a detective and you solve different cases. So you get to investigate and go to the scene, and then you have the witness telling, and you need to see like where there is a gap or what is wrong. You will just identify the evidences. So I think it was really interesting games. They're pretty amazing games, like that has like a story plot to it, like choices, but you know
Yeah, that's something I'm currently still looking for, like other good ones. I heard that Cyberpunk 2077 has a really good storyline too, so I'm about to play
It
that.
does. It has a really great storyline. I've got it on PC and Xbox. I absolutely love it. It's if you've got a decent PC, it can run amazing. So like it depends what the specs are, but your PC should be able to run it or laptop.
Yeah, definitely the new one that I got would be good for it. I'm excited. I'm glad to hear that you think it's good.
Definitely. And then there is actually a game I've just noticed on my wish list that somebody recommended to me. It's a visual novel story like Choices. It's called A Summer's End, Hong Kong, 1986.
Oh wow,
It's
is
on
it a zombie
Steam.
book?
No, it's a visual novel book, like Choices.
Oh,
It's a visual novel game.
That's really cool. So it's called The Summer's End.
Hong Kong, 1986, and it's had some outstanding reviews as well. It's overwhelmingly positive. It came out April 2020.
gotta check it out.
Yeah, me too. I'll be looking into that.
I think it might be on mobile as well, but I'm not too sure. But there's plenty of games. Oh, that reminds me as well. Dying Light 2. I need my PC back so I can play that when it comes out.
You know, it would be great, like maybe later on in the week and whenever everyone's ready, maybe we could actually start like the multiplayer games. I would be down for it. It would be really
Oh,
cool. So
definitely.
just let me know.
I'm also
Yeah,
gonna get
that'd be
'cause when I get my
interesting.
PC back, I'm going on a bit of a spending spree. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this game called Ready or Not. It's a tactical
Make good
SWAT type
choices.
game. I am making good choices. I'm also gonna get the new Five Nights at Freddy's game. I love that. I've loved how that looks. The new Five Nights
Wait,
at Freddy's game looks amazing.
is that the horror game? I think I saw it on a like the
Security
console
Breach, yeah.
version with my friend. It was very
It's on
scary.
PlayStation, yeah. It's really good. It came out. It came out of the blue. Like I remember seeing there's a new Five Nights at Freddy's game. I was like, is this a joke? Did they bring out a new game as like a little joke? And I'm like, no. It was the trailer came out. It's been teased a while ago. I'm like, how have I not heard of this yet? And then I was gonna get it, but then I was like, oh, it's only on PC and PlayStation. I'm like, oh, well, I can get it on PC when I get mine back.
Well, I've seen the gameplay with my friends a few years ago, and well, not a few years ago, but very recently, and it was very fun. It's very high, like high stress. Like you have to be very, very aware, and obviously, because I like horror games a little bit sometimes, but this one's just like if you have anxiety, just be careful.
Damn.
But yeah, there's plenty of story games that are really good. Like there's one on PlayStation called Until Dawn. That's or like a that's like the Man of Medan and other ones where you choose dialogue, you make choices that impact the ending, and it's really good.
I
I'm
think I've heard
gutted it's not
Until
on PC.
Dawn. I think I've heard Until Dawn. I heard
Yeah, it's
about
about a
it.
group of teenagers stuck on a mountain.
I think yeah, something rings a bell. But yeah, there's also a like an if you guys like anime type of story setting or there's an zombie game I remember like it's a living class of zombie dead. I'm probably getting the name twisted in a weird way, but something along those lines. It's basically anime story. And you have like three female love interests, schoolgirls, and then they actually like the outbreak starts in your school. So it has a pretty good like lots of stories. It's just a pretty cool zombie game. You can check it out if you liking Wake the Dead. I mean, I like that zombie book pretty good, well. And if you also like the anime, they added really good touch there.
That's the point. Is Wake the Dead coming back this coming week, or is it the next week after? I think it's this coming week
No one knows.
that it's coming back. And I hope it's this coming week. Now I'm
No,
just looking on Steam, and there's plenty of visual novel games that are really good.
Yeah. I'm liking Whisper so far. I was telling Mac before you guys came in that they had a Egyptian story like where we're
Oh,
going on an expedition and we have two love interests, one male, one female, and we have a gender customizable main character, and we're
Will do.
searching for cursed Pharaoh's tomb. That was a really good one.
I think I've heard
so
stories
cool.
similar to that one, but
Yeah,
that's really cool.
supernatural mystery in Egypt.
You
You have
know, I
mummies.
downloaded it just because of your recommendation, and I'm excited now.
We'll have to get Astra in the Discord as well, like our Discord.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't opened Discord in a while, but I'll send the link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
cool.
we can use that,
I
or we can use Mo as well if we need to use that one.
Cool, thanks. I believe I definitely have an account. I have it I'll
My
just have to get it set up on my new computer, or maybe if you use it even while
if
playing on a
you
phone, maybe
have you
that
got it
could
on your
work.
phone? Like, have you got it set up on your phone?
No,
I
I
have it.
actually only have it set up on my PC. So I will probably also bring it to my phone just to make it, better and
If you get
for
it
more
on your
options.
phone, then when you try and load it up on your computer, all you have to do is scan a QR code. It'll launch the app and it just says yes, log me in. Like it's a really fast way to log in. It's really good.
Oh, that's good to know.
I do it all
That's
the
really
time when I
good.
go to college when I'm logging back into my account.
Right,
Instant
yeah,
messaging.
it's like a newer way of logging in, like using the facial recognition, handprints, and QR
Oh yeah,
codes. That's
that yeah.
Yeah, my Discord's in my bio for my account. Obviously, a certain somebody in this chat, Arnaban, won't be surprised at the name.
I'm just curious, do any of you have a a subscription on Whispers yet, or are you still trying to see how you feel about the app first?
Yeah, I don't have a subscription yet, but like I have only read two or three stories so far. Like only two or three stories where you have like gender customizable love interest or stuff. But I have heard like the subscription is pretty cheaper. I can't tell how it is, but it's something like I don't know, $9 a month first time or even less than that. And then you have like free for 2 or 3 months, and then it's way cheaper than what you have in choices. So
It
Eric was
is.
telling me about that.
Yeah, I see it right now, and the subscription cost in U.S. dollars is $5 less. So it's a pretty affordable subscription, and the first time you get it, it's going to be less than $5, $5 US. So that's actually a really really good price for this. So I'll
Yeah.
consider it, especially if I end up really enjoying the stories that were recommended.
Raider's Heart or something it's called. I'll recommend it. It's a pretty good story, and Eleanor is a great love interest, professor and a great love interest.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So, how's everybody doing with like y'all are I think caught up with Surrender and Crimes of Passion and Wake the Dead.
Yep. Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
Yeah, I am actually.
this is
And
pretty good.
Actually,
Surrender's just been getting crazy, but I'm enjoying it.
I think I think I've felt a bit better on Surrender so far, and I think Mac can agree with me on this when I said it had a very disappointing slash odd start, but it's
yes.
kind of picking itself back up.
Look, I'm going to say something controversial here, and I mentioned this to me the other day, but somebody said this. I don't know if you've seen it. Right. Not controversial, but just an opinion. And I wasn't the one who said this, so don't blame me. And I agree with this, but so you can't blame me as well. Right. Somebody says, there's loads of male DOMs and subs, so why the hell couldn't the male... why couldn't the male... yes. Why?
I agree with that. I think a lot of just saying, oh, it's because it's easier to write for a female, and it's like,
It is.
you know,
But, like,
you wouldn't.
honestly, if you want me to be real, what happened the last chapter about spoiling it for an Earban, when... I think I've already told him, I don't know. What happened, what annoyed me the most is, I played it as male. Well, I chose the love interest to be male. So I thought, oh, that's all right, nothing else is going to bad is going to happen. And then she said that in the last chapter 10, at the end of chapter 10, and I thought, he said that in chapter 10, I said, no, I'm not doing this. So I reread it all again as a female. I thought, well, it's. Well, the person did say, I didn't personally say this, sorry, it said it's just lazy writing.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disagree, but
Completely.
yeah, it's just that's what irked me the most about it. It's like the male. It's like God, I'm not going to say don't laugh at this, but males want that to happen to him as well. Like, come on, speaking from experience, but like seriously, what's the difference? Well, like it's just honestly, it irked me so much. I just reread it all again. I thought, well, honestly, it's pathetic. Not
Yeah,
pathetic.
in
Sorry,
one of the in one of the recent chapters as well, there was even some male on male stuff as well. So it's like,
exactly.
how
What?
does that work?
God, I don't have a personal vendetta against women. I'm just saying, it's just the facts are there, and I'll call out the facts. It's and as well, I've noticed this as well. Nobody can tell me different. Even the people who like the book are complaining about the love interest. It's unbelievable, but yeah, it's got a lot better. I will say, a
I don't
lot
think the love
better.
interest. I think the love interest is kind of. It's interesting. She's interesting. She's not. She's pushing away. She's locking herself off, which I find interesting. Which means she's got something secret about her, which is interesting. But she's just scared in a way. It's interesting, but she's not that bad of a person. She does way worse lives than her.
Mm.
I liked Reagan's new outfit. I mean, I heard like someone mentioning that they were just like filler chapters until chapter 7, 8, 9, and the action started in chapter 10, 11, and they just jumped right into the BDSM part. So I really didn't, I wouldn't say didn't like, but I felt like the how the story started and the chemistry between main character and love interest, it was not like really unique or something because I felt like I have read this kind of start like with Sam and others. So I wanted a bit more, original, something like a bit more uniqueness there. But I think recently what they're doing, I think they're jumping right into the meat of BDSM. Now I have not read it discreetly, but I've seen some playthroughs, and I was on in the stream of the surrender book. So I think the going into that part and art scenes and the outfit of Reagan in the BDS, the Dom outfit, I think they did a pretty good job with it. They pulled it off really well. So I think it's just like shipwrecked, as it goes, if it goes deep, it gets more things happen. So let's see how it ends.
Yeah, that reminds me of how long it took a very scandalous proposal to start, and even like Shipwrecked. It took a while, but now it looks like the story is pretty solid and it's becoming really exciting. I remember one of my friends was mentioning that she thought that maybe um, Trishana might have some certain intentions. Um,
Why is she not a love interest?
I don't know, but I think she should have been one.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been really cool. Like, I think I really would have actually liked that, but who knows? I'm just very curious about her next because she seems to always be there somewhere or somehow, and you don't know if she's your friend or not, or if she's spying on you. So I just thought that was interesting, but I think she is a pretty nice character overall.
Yeah, that's true. But also one thing, like people said when it started off, like it's after what is it, 50 Shades of Grey. So now 50 Shades of Grey had a really good ending, like the whole the BDSM thing, and then coming to a good conclusion with the between the main character and the love interest with this dom sub dynamic and the love and all this stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Like ending would be really interesting, like how this book ends. Um, I think that would define this. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I think it will make it even like it will define how good a book it is as a BDSM book, depending on how it ends.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I have no idea because I'm sure there might be some challenges that's going to come from Pat. Possibly,
Oh
well,
yeah.
not possibly. There is going to be something going on.
Mm.
But I think that even though the book there was some like apprehension towards it because 50 Shades of Grey was used as the resource material. I still happen to enjoy the book anyway. I think it's fun. It's almost like a guilty pleasure for some of the choices players who don't usually go for that type of book. But at least now it's finally bringing the excitement and the fun. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see what happens later on too.
Mm.
I'll be right back, guys. Just gotta
Sure.
check
Oh, no
something.
worries. No worries. Yeah.
Can I
So
say
yeah,
something else on Surrender? Right.
yeah,
People are going to get really annoyed at this, and I really genuinely don't give a crap. I know Pat did cheat, didn't she? Or he, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Is the divorce through? Yes. Yet, no. Is it any better what the main character's doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're both on their
No,
own.
no. Isn't
Yes.
revenge sex and revenge porn actually illegal in some countries?
Yes.
Yes. And did you know this'll drop a bomb? I don't know if anybody else knows this, and Ivan knows exactly what I'm going to say here. Did you know legally consenting to harm is illegal in some states and countries?
Legally consenting to harm?
Yes.
BDSM.
Any kind of physical harm. Any kind of physical harm is legal. In some states and countries, it is legally consenting to somebody to harm you in any kind of way is illegal.
Wow. That's something I'm gonna have to do some research about, because I thought that this was more of like, something private, but I can see why that would be an issue, because
Yeah.
maybe the safety part.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
It's
think as
not
well, like,
bedroom choice.
yeah. Well, like I
Yeah,
said
go on.
about, yes, Leah, like I said, the part, yes, she has done some horrible things. Like, yeah, I get that, but like, any better what the main character's doing? Like, she's technically cheating still. But I'm just grasping at straws now, to be honest. I think I'm doing this because it's got a lot better. And I think what I will say is the end of chapter 10 really didn't, because I said, apparently I got told, but the end of chapter 10 was quite bad. Not bad, but like something that nobody expected. And I read through it and they're like, what the hell was that? Why would they say that? Why would they do that? Because I even said to myself, and I thought this, what's going to happen? She'll say that, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I regret doing that. I regret doing that. I regret staying there. It's like, oh, God. And it got resolved the next chapter. It's like,
I
come on,
knew
it was
it.
your fault because you told us that she was, or he was on your thing. It's like, come on, man. But it's a lot better now. It's not perfect, in
But
my
Yeah.
opinion, but, you know,
yeah.
let's,
But
because I saw in a Nearban story that somebody put up, and I thought, I think I've seen this somewhere. I looked and I thought, yeah, that's not an edit. And I don't know what I've seen of it, and an Nearban has as well. I didn't mean to spoil it for you in an Nearban, did I? I just told you,
I
and
know
you're like,
some
oh
stuff.
crap.
I've seen. I mean, for surrender, like story can't be spoiled. I think because it's like there's nothing much to be spoiled, even if I've seen. But yeah, something like Wake the Dead or Crimes of Passion, or
Yeah,
specifically something like Veil of Secrets and the Unexpected Eras. I think there's stuff to be spoiled. But with surrender and I don't think much is there to be spoiled. Like yeah, but I would definitely love like when I read it when it releases for general public. That would be a different feeling when you're reading for yourself, as it always is. But yeah, like I really like Reagan's outfit. I'm gonna have to choose a Reagan first. It's gonna be interesting. Like I'm looking forward to that chapter now. But yeah, but by the way, did you guys see Veronica, Veronica and Liam? They were in this like where Sloan or Sloan took it. Just guys saw that?
Yeah, I did. I'm wondering if this is like maybe a crossover, and that it really is Veronica and Liam, and they're just like going on a trip to this dungeon or whatever. I
Yeah,
feel like
but
that could be something.
yeah, if you guys remember, in that party where we get the revenge or sacrifice thing earlier, something similar that happened. Like well, I think it was Liam who was tied up to something, and then we had a choice that we can like tease
Oh
him.
yeah.
We can let Trixie, yeah, Trixie or I don't know, forgot her
I
name.
think it's I
She
think it's
can just
Trickster.
yeah. So I'm just wondering. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's why I thought that maybe it was just meant to be a connection between the two worlds, the Queen Bee world and Surrender. Because I remembered Liam and Chloe like immediately, especially Liam. So I'm interested in that, because sometimes with some of these stories, they do end up actually having a direct connection somehow that are easier to spot. But this one I just thought was really cool to see Veronica again, especially because she wasn't even modified to be another type of character. It just looks like Veronica
yeah.
overall. So I just think that that's nice though. I mean, I love seeing Veronica. I just still miss that series.
Yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is interesting with why this. But have you guys read? Have you guys all read up to chapter 5 of Wake the Dead?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Interesting. What was your emotions or feelings, because personally I didn't think it was possible. I was actually thinking like the whole thing was playing out in front of me when that weird zombie, the mutated zombie, like like killed Cassidy and the whole like. And how did you guys give her the death she deserved? Like how do you go about that? It was a really interesting scene in that chapter. I think I felt even more connected and broken up about Cassidy's death, just how it was described, and I don't know because it happened in front of us or not, more than our sisters. It felt more personal to us. Like somehow we failed them.
Yeah,
How do you
I
I
guys?
felt that
definitely.
same way.
I don't think it was worse than the sister's death. I mean, obviously, it was still good. I gave her the death she deserved because, to be honest, I would have wanted the same thing. So, but it's like this new mutation. The new mutation was a really nice introduction. It wasn't like a typical zombie book where we just get the standard zombies and raiders. We get mutated forms of zombies, and it's really
Yeah, that's why I love the twists that they put on all of these classic topics. Like this one in this case is the mutated zombies. They look horrifying.
Yep.
What'd you choose, Mac?
What bit you're on about again? Because
Oh, you forgot. I think it's been a long time since you read, but remember
no, no,
when?
no, 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 no. It's not because I've read it all now. But
Oh, you read.
I can't remember what bit it was because I read it
Oh,
ages ago and then I stopped and then I've reread it again last week.
remember
So,
Jocelyn from
oh
Italy?
bloody hell, yeah! Didn't we give her a grenade or something to go out with or something?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
her sprite as Cassidy, like she dies, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I felt like that was a turning point chapter. Um, Cassidy was a really, really good team member.
I
There's a
know.
lot of heartbreak in this series. Even though it's very fun, it's also very, very emotional at times.
Yeah. I will have something to say on that book, but
you know
I
I
don't think it's very nice.
I've had a thought about something that could happen in this book. I don't know if oh no, I think I discussed it last time about how toward the end there might end up being some really tough choices that impact the love interests you don't choose.
Yeah, I was thinking. Sorry, Brandon. I was just thinking that we didn't, because obviously I said I didn't read all of the chapters up to now, but I did last week. I thought, you know what, Macaulay, just get a bloody move on. You got VIP. I bought it again, but I thought, yeah, thinking about that. There's something irking me about that. I think something will happen like that, and hopefully
Yeah.
it goes into a book too. Because in my eyes, this is the best book choices I bought out in the last year.
Oh
Hands
yeah,
down.
without a doubt.
I
No,
love it
no
so
cap.
much.
Yeah.
I'm
By the
definitely
way,
thinking
last
that it's like I'm just definitely thinking that it's like the love interest you don't choose. So like if you don't do any of the,
Yeah.
even if it's no, like you do the diamond scenes, but you don't do any of like the emotional stuff. You don't do any like plus hearts. Like
Yeah,
if
like
you don't do
physically
enough of them,
connecting with them.
yeah, then obviously that can impact maybe if they even live or something. So it's like I've not done any of them for Troy or Eli. I've only done it for
No.
Shannon and Angel. So
Yeah,
maybe that might affect what happens to them in the end.
I know. And
Yeah,
God,
that's something.
I hope Angel don't do it because the way she acts is God. I won't like to get on the other end of her when she's angry. Thank you very
Oof, she's a bit crazy, but it's like a good crazy.
much.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I think that probably won't affect, but what would affect, like you have a point for increasing moral. So if you are doing some diamond scenes to increase the moral, like guitar and other stuff, then I think the crew will be safe, like Blades.
I think that
Yeah.
is mostly that's going to be how it is for most of the colony and will help them. But I'm wondering, aside from that, it's possible that the love interest that we haven't really pursued might have something tragic happen to them. And I'm thinking that's also something that could be happening
Or even
later on in
worse,
the series.
you
A
might have to make
betrayal
a
or something.
choice. Or even
Betrayal.
or even worse. If
Yeah.
anything, Dirk would be the most likely one to betray.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I
Oh,
hate him. I hate him with a passion.
Every time something happens, just the littlest nibble, it's like, oh, why did you do it? It's like, come on, man. The littlest thing and you're on us like that. Then what did we mean to you from the start, man? If you're doing that, it's like anything.
Oh, he'll betray us.
I,
I'm calling it. He's going to betray us.
Yep.
Calling it.
that's I got the impression that before it was released, that even though we know it's a character sprite that's not very reliable most of the time, I was under the impression that Dirk was going to be reliable. I personally don't actually have an issue with him. I just think he's kind of mean, but he's just like trying to get everything done. That's how I view him. But now that you're saying you think that the betrayal would come from him, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it would
He
it would surprise
questions.
me a little bit.
Yeah, he questions everything we do, and it's like clearly he has no idea what it's like. We're not used to being a leader. We've stepped up because no one else really could. We've done what no one else can. So it's like he wouldn't be able to do this. He would probably just turn into another version of the tower. You know?
Probably,
Yeah.
when something bigger attacks us, like we'll have to team up. Like we have to figure out differences, and he can help us. Like when against the common enemy, zombies. So that would be interesting to see if he betrays us. That would be also interesting. Like who is it gonna pair up with? Because I don't know. I have a theory. Like, do you guys know? Like, you were talking about Cassidy's death and the mutated thing. Like we talk about the mutation with Shannon, and we come up with a theory. Like, what if it's a lab made? Like someone experimented on the zombies. So I think Marcus could be involved with it because back in the tower when Marcus fed those innocent people to the zombies, he attracted them with kind of a sound, and this mutated zombie seems to have the same mechanism. So I just have a thought, like there's more of a human factor here than zombie.
That's actually exactly what I was saying too. I think that this is a lab creation that has to do with the tower, namely Marcus in particular, and that there were some clues about that, about how the main character noticed that the zombies respond in a certain way to sound or to signals. So I'm also thinking that too.
That's interesting. What do you guys think, Mac and Brandon?
Um, I don't know. I'm just in shock about how good the book actually is. I'm not going to lie, so I can't comment on anything. Yeah.
What about you, Brandon?
Sorry?
Oh, I was saying, like, what do you think about, like, do you think the zombie is lab made, the mutated one, and do you think Blackstock can have something to do with it?
Probably, most likely, yes, because I don't think I've ever. There's only certain things that can trigger mutations, and majority of that is due from experiments. Like we even saw at the start, like for example, we went to a science research lab owned by the tower, so it's like it won't have been the first and only one they've had, which means they must be conducting experiments to try and counteract, or in their case, weaponize even the plague. Make mutations. Things might have gone wrong. It's all done at scientific these days.
Yeah, true.
I think that makes a lot of sense because if I don't really know anything about like the zombie biology and all of that type of stuff, but if they're the type of beings that actually mutate fast on their own, or if this had to be a lab creation, I'm
Like
thinking
Corona.
probably lab. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's probably leaning towards the lab creation because that would be a little intense to think we have the regular zombies and then years later you end up having this type of zombie. So I mean, who knows? Actually, it could even still be that case, but we'll find out later.
And by the way, I know last week you talked a lot about the love interest and stuff, and I said I was leaning toward Angel. But after last week's chapter, I think I'm again leaning towards Shannon. So it's a flip flop. Like, did you guys have any change, or did you guys don't have any chapters yet? I think, right? Like, you don't have any chapters. So.
For me, because I've read the rest of the book.
Yeah.
The chapters, sorry. Probably Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Shannon
I,
like
I
my
I
well,
really like Shannon.
yeah, like she's like my love interest, and like my partner in crime is going to be, like who has got the most annoying but funny jokes. Troy, like love both of them. Like I think our team has a good diversity. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Definitely.
the love interest team in that book. Aside from it being my number one favorite at the moment, also, and the number two being crimes and fashion.
I don't have any idea about that.
Oh, right, right. For you, that's going to be later on.
March, springtime, new book. Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. It's good because Pickleberry changed their book release system to make the VIP book releases become general releases earlier than they normally would have. So
Yeah.
meaning it would only be released months later as opposed to a year later or so.
Yeah. Yeah, because they did all the new releasing book into VIP as opposed to what they had before. That was, I think, different VIP and different non-VIP books. So they like merged into one, except for sequels. Speaking of sequels, are y'all excited for Laws of Attraction book too? Like I was thinking about one book about workplace. I open hearted it a
Still
long
waiting
time.
for it. I need to
Yeah.
read through.
Yeah, and I hope to give Ashley more time. That's all I want.
Well, I am excited for it. Yes, I really did enjoy the team. I love the books where you work with the crew because everyone is so different there and it feels like you have a lot of friends in that story. So that one I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope that Ashland can actually get a, s- a art scene for
Yep.
once. That would be great because at the moment I believe only Gabe Ritchie has one.
Yeah. And even if you choose like who you first talk to, then I remember seeing we're going somewhere in a plane. Like I think we have the option to choose it between Aston and Gabe, and then ultimately when we go to the plane, no matter who you choose, Gabe is going to sit beside you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I think they should do it where it's like whoever you romance the most in the first book or whoever you connect the most with should kind of go into the second book so they're not constantly forcing Gabe on us again.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be based on the romance points that you have with these different characters. So to have it by default be Gabe or whoever you talk to first, which would probably favor Gabe anyway, I don't really like that. But I mean, I hope it's not like that later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I'm looking forward to putting Martin in the ground.
Oh, God, you godless
Yeah,
bastard.
me too.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to if Lena Reyes is going to be a proper love interest or not. I would be so
That'd be
in
kind
for
of
that.
interesting if she came back as a love interest,
Oh,
but I doubt she will. I mean,
Yeah,
I won't mind another few hookup scenes with her. I'll say that. I mean, but I wouldn't mind if she came back as a love interest.
yeah. I don't want
that
to
would.
want her as a fling anymore. Like I want her as a proper ally because that would be interesting. She's a great lawyer. Yeah, Ashley, you were saying something.
Oh no, no, I'm good. I was just listening to you.
Sorry, I thought you said something. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually would be nice to have Lena come back and have more of a role in the story. I'm glad that we didn't just see her only once. Also, I think most likely she's probably going to remain as a casual love interest and not the main or end game one. That's just
Yeah,
my guess. Along with I don't remember the other one, but there were
Tyler,
two or
Will.
oh, Tyler and Will. Okay, so they are also probably going to remain as if I had to guess, they'll probably also be unofficial or the side love interests. And maybe I wouldn't mind as long as Lena was there. That'd be great.
Yeah. But it kind of shocked me. I don't know. I think we had talked about this before. But every time I talk about it, I get shocked in a new way. I mean, yeah, Lena Reyes is Robin's, recycled sprite or the same sprite. We have probably seen him here and there. But Tyler, I think Tyler is, one of the unique, sprites that came up with. I think he should have been the main love interest or something. 'Cause the way they put their effort in Tyler's sprite, like he is, like I'm just surprised he's a side character. I'm just surprised at that.
He's an
Yeah,
interesting
they
character. I'll say
definitely
that.
do. Yeah, they definitely did put more effort on certain characters in the series. I noticed that. I'm thinking because it's opposed to having a side character that looks the same as from another book, and then you have one that's modified and actually looks like a different person.
Yeah, but also, what was his name? Bo. I mean, wow, Bo's character development. I mean, I just want to know, how do you guys feel? I know Brandon was like really annoyed with Bo,
Yeah.
but then yeah, I mean,
Oh
Bo's
well, yeah.
expect that from him. Like that's the best character redemption and character development in a book. Like we see a goody two shoe being a goody two shoe throughout a complete book. We see a villain being a villain throughout the series and being even more of a sore loser. But Bo, that was something different I watched there. Yeah, that was great.
One
Did
thing
you
I won't mind
choose to?
seeing. There I go.
No, you're fine.
No, because you were on Raw. I was going to do something completely different.
Oh, I was wondering if you chose like the friendship route with Bo. Actually,
Yeah,
I
absolutely. Even
did.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He redeemed himself in the end. I'll say that.
yeah, I was very satisfied with the ending. I feel like Bo is a lot more respectful and that you can actually trust him. So I'm glad with how his character development went. What was the
Yeah.
other thing you were going to say?
Um, I can't remember now. Oh, what was it? Oh,
Oh,
that's it. One thing I wouldn't mind seeing in a new upcoming book would be another enemies to lovers arc. I kind of miss that.
that's interesting. Yeah,
I
definitely.
find that it's kind of because you have strong feelings toward one another. The next thing you know, you're falling in love, and it's like it's usually over something in common in a way, or like always against each other. It's really unique. I've always liked them.
Do you mean like MC and Poppy?
Oh god, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I guess so, but they didn't really turn to enemies to lovers, did they? But something similar to that,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I view it as similar to. I would love to see that sort of thing too. I like that dynamic a lot. I like it more than
Mm.
the friendship to lovers one. I don't know why, but it's just more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, best friend to lover. I love that trope so much. But don't we have a kind of an enemy to lover in Mismatch? Not enemy, but you get the drift.
Yeah, we do. I think it does count as that in a way
Yep, very
because
much.
this love interest is very frustrating.
Yes. Good. Yeah.
Very, very frustrating, but at least there's something better to look forward to later in the story. But yes, she's very frustrating.
And some of the stuff she does, I was talking about this to Iniaban the other day, very heartless. Some of the stuff she does. Especially towards the end of the book with the flower part. And that's all I will say. Without spoiling the bit to people. I was talking about that to Iniaban the other day, and that's why, honestly, if you want to know why I hate Jacqueline that much, that's probably one of the scenes why. I mean, how heartless can you be to do something like that? It's,
Yeah,
that was,
I'm not gonna say what happened, but she just
yeah, that
something
was,
happened. I'll just say that, and it
yeah.
pissed me
I mean,
off. But
that. But, I mean, if you like her, then that's fine. But that seems made me dislike her quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Really,
I know
that,
what you are on about. I had seen the playthrough when it was first released because that time I didn't know if it would be ever released for non VIPs. To be honest, when I said I don't know, I mean I was kind of on Jack or Jacqueline's team, and I was like, yeah, even though I know like they were on the wrong side, but I don't know, like I was like, yeah, I mean that was kind of a
a good
like
play, but like,
yeah, I would say so. but I understood, because like they have been on the field for so long. Like we've seen a chapter, and then suddenly, it kind of, I don't know. Like still, they try to take it on the good spirit and stuff, but sometimes they just crack up, and they also have a past. I think I don't know about that properly, but as far as I remember, watching some spoilers and stuff back then, I think they had a pretty bad childhood and life, some family drama. So yeah, I mean that's an interesting point there. But yeah, they're like, the fights are hilarious. I mean, one of them asks like, hey, who pissed in your wine when she enters the bar, and then we have an option. The main character can say, "Well, I wouldn't put it past you, since like that was super hilarious." And then suddenly go to have sex again, fight again. I'm like that was like what? That was super hilarious.
Yeah, that's this type of book. But I do like
Frustrating.
overall. I do enjoy Jacqueline. I think she's great, but she's very realistic too. She's petty, but I overall, other than the stuff she does later, I do like her. She's pretty good. And
She,
the thing to me is that she stands out is because she's very petty
yeah,
and imperfect.
Very petty. Very petty.
yeah, like
Good
she
God.
the most human love interest, if you know what I mean. She's the most human love interest. Like she has her flaws, but that's like probably what happens in real life sometimes. It's not like fairy tale, or it's not like super bad like what we have with Poppy, or it's not like what we have with most love interest. Like sometimes it's. I think that's really good, like a rom com, if I you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they made her realistic because it's not just all happy moments. It's some very, very intense ones, and then later on,
Oh, by the
spending
way,
time with each other,
yeah,
and then back and
we gotta be
forth.
careful. Brandon hasn't read it. I just remembered. Sorry, Brandon.
That's okay. I'm just trying to sort something with my phone. It's been a bit buggy.
Oh, I'm gonna be heading out really soon, but it was really, really fun talking with you guys about everything, and I'm really looking forward to that new idea of starting those multiplayer story games. Thanks
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
again, and thanks for
definitely.
having me.
It's
Okay.
always fun to have you all. Like it's super fun, and like the hours pass by. Like having fun talking about choices. Like the conversation also gets drifted toward game sense and whatnot, and everything is enjoyable about that.
Exactly. I feel like there's so much, and that's why I really appreciate the podcast opportunity. And thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
See
Yeah,
ya.
take care.
See?
Have a nice day at work. Bye.
Take care.
You too. Yep. So yeah, I mean,
Three
that
little
was
peas in a pod.
so. What you
Yeah.
guys reading in the last week? I know Brandon's been busy, and he's also not streaming much.
Oh yeah. I've been reading the Thirsty Girls.
The what?
Wow. Good God. Wow.
I
I've
know
never
a
wondered
girl.
about.
Still just Is it a new Dream Zone book? Because I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll check up on it.
Hey, by
Yes.
the way, are you guys on the Facebook group of Dream Zone? You should be if you're not.
Oh, speaking of which, I've just been able to get back into it. Let's have a look. Uh, oh, Thirsty Girl. I thought it said birthday. Yeah, I've. Oh, so this audio can be a bit up and down.
It's alright. No,
No,
it's
yeah, I did see this book. Yeah.
what we're warning about. Adult education. Not the best book Dream Zone has ever brought out. Yeah, it is.
It has a
It's
rushed ending, but it had the absolute best plot, and I'm still
yeah.
didn't even get to hook up with the goal, and the book ended.
I know. I thought you basket. You what the bloody hell is this for? God.
And this is the first time I'm complaining about not getting to hook up with the character. I mean, I
I
so
know.
wanted the goal.
You got how do we explain it to Brandon without spoiling it? Because we can, but without spoiling anything. A lot of teasing. A lot of teasing. Good. I will say this in here, man. We can say this. She keeps us on our toes. That's what I will say. Good God.
Yeah. So
Wait until you find out who Nicole is. That'll be even more shocking.
Yeah. So haven't you read Dream Zone in a while, Brandon? Hey, you there? I think Nicole kidnapped him.
God, honestly.
I'll definitely catch up after this.
Yeah.
You gotta read Adult Education, buddy. You gotta read it.
But Thirsty Girls is better. I guarantee.
Thirsty Girls sounds interesting.
Thirsty Girls, more like the character called Avery. That's without spoiling anything else. Good bloody God. I know Nearban loves her because, oh my God, does he love her? Jesus Christ, probably Poppy. But like, we'll say though, Nearban, without no jokes, just genuine thingy. The thing about adult education, a lot of people have said. What was it you said it was an event? Something about a lot of people were saying it was like just a filler book, because they didn't bring anything out for a while. Yeah. I'd agree with that.
What's the last chapter or book you read in Dream Zone, Brandon?
When I finished Hostel Story 3.
Oh, you finished it?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, Mac, you did it, right?
No, I couldn't be asked. Sorry for swearing, but if you can call it swearing, yeah. The part I don't remember what chapter I got up to. Just where they got into the rocket, something. I thought, what bloody hell is this? I thought, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was a bit weird, but still.
Hey, you guys carry on for a bit. I'll be back soon, right? I gotta just take care of something. Be back soon, okay?
No problem. Yeah, it was a bit of a. The ending wasn't. It wasn't.
You can spoil it for me if you want to, because I honestly, Brandon, you don't realize how I hated that book right with a passion. I didn't like it.
No, it's just that I can't really say much because like the ending I got was just because of my choices. I don't know if it changes though.
No, that's the only problem. But yeah, I think the part I got up to was where was it Mark going to the rocket. I thought, where did this come from? What? But yeah, I didn't.
It was definitely a weird thing to hide, weaponing.
Yeah, it's a bit not unrealistic, but a bit weird.
Yeah, I kind of fell off it a lot. I enjoyed the first book really a lot. Second book was third book was also
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that, to be honest, because the first book was, I'd hate to say this, I know all of them have a plot, but the plot, I'm not the same plot, but like, no, what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, I just agree with that, to be honest. Like, book 3 was just, I can't remember the last
It wasn't the ending I think we all wanted or deserved.
Nope, absolutely not. And to say it was the first book to get a sequel, to get a third book, not sequel. But yeah,
it didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, it didn't. The bit I got into it just didn't feel the same. Like in book 1, I wanted to read every chapter every week. Like I know it was all released when I started playing it, but like I actually wanted to read it straight away again. But with book 3, we're just like, do I have to put up with this? Do I have to put up with him like being the Terminator, not dying, getting blown up, nearly dropped from the plane and everything?
Yeah,
We're just a bit too unrealistic, in my opinion.
No, yeah, definitely.
But, yeah. But I will say though, book 3 is not the worst book in Dream Zone, I would say.
No. Oh, what actually is the worst book in Dream Zone?
I wouldn't say it's the weird. I don't know. I don't particularly like Colorblind, to be honest.
I think Colorblind isn't that great. I mean, I haven't read it yet, but like from what I've known, it's not that great.
No, without spoiling anything, you just have these powers where you can. Where well, I can't spoil. I won't spoil it too much. But what happens is you're a guy who has a lot of powers where you can physically see what people are saying, and by the words, by the
Like
way they're
telekinesis or
saying
something?
it, yeah, like that, yeah. Like, what? That would really not make sense. And I think as well with adult education, to me, I think it's the first book in Dream Zone with 8 chapters.
Yeah, so it is a short book.
Really short. I think the second shortest one was probably actually Colorblind, to be honest, as well.
That was 16. I think it was 16
12?
chapters.
I think it was 12. I can't remember, yeah. But yeah, I think that's what annoyed me most about Fossils, where it was so unrealistic. I mean, obviously we know it's a fictional book, but like, come on. I mean, you got dropped from a plane. Oh god, obviously that book doesn't make sense. But yeah, like I said, it's not the worst book in choices. God, sorry, in Dream Zone. Oh, far from it. Oh. Apart from that, God, I can't remember any other books I hate in Dream Zone. To be honest. But just, I think to me, I do hope they start bringing some more books out. I mean, obviously I know they have now, but like.
But yeah. I missed the start of it. You know, when it first started.
Yep.
Like, so I remember there were only 3 books, but it was like they were enjoyable, and they were really enjoyable.
Yeah. Look, I know I do have some controversial things to say sometimes, but like most of the upcoming books in any book, or like any book I've ever seen, are more or less hook up or like romance one, and it's like, yes, I know it's not my personal like favorite genre, but like it does get a bit frustrating when that's all what's coming out really. Like Thirsty Girl is just, I know with Dream Zone it's just hooking up all the time. Like I think that's what Dream Zone is, but like just different books, like genres, like I'm begging for a Devil's Deal for months, like a book like that, or just not these stupid romance hookup book thingies. It's. I mean, obviously that's my opinion. Like, everybody's different, but I think with Lovesick, they brought a new book out, BDSM, PIXELBERRY, BDSM book, Dream Zone, more or less the same kind of thing. You know, it's to me, it's just getting a bit frustrating. Yeah. Don't want an airbag or not. An airbag. An airbag on the back, right? Yeah, I mean, or it is like what you want, then you can't change it.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay. Calm for a second. Sorry, you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying. I think
Dream Zone. Yeah, shot box.
Yeah. I said to me, I was just finishing off what I said to me. Look, everybody likes what they like, but I'm just getting personally a bit sad and a bit annoyed at the fact that in most like choices, stories, most of them are just romances.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind romance, but
no, but like when it's just like the book is a romance, like or like with surrender, like that. But like, you know, it's you know.
I still want my full-on military book. That's what I want. I military book.
Yeah, I don't think I've even got one like that at PIXELBERRY. Choices, sorry.
In choices, no. The closest there really is Witness, and that's with a US Marshal. That's not it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna, in my opinion, about like Witness. It's not the best book ever. Like, it's certainly the worst, one of the worst. But yeah. But I mean, we can keep saying this, and we want this, we want that. But to be honest, I'll only bring out probably what sells. And I think that's what's frustrating me so far. It's like, obviously, I think they've got one more book coming out this month, haven't they? Is it Untamable next month? This month? No, it's January today.
Untamable next month.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Oh, is it Cursed Heart? I can't remember. One of the two.
Cursed Heart is after.
Right, yeah, so it'll
It's
be.
Untamable and
I think
Princess
it's.
Swap first.
Yeah, I can't think one of them's definitely coming out in February. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I know, like I said, and we all say, we can just sit here and say we want this, we want that, but we can only get what we get given. But I think one of the best books I'm probably reading so far, and I hope PIXELBERRY do this, and I hope they listen to what like, but
Yeah.
more books like what matter. Not books what matter, sorry. Books what choices
Unique.
genuinely matter. Unique. Because I mean, I don't know about you, but looking on like the Instagram, socials, I can't see. I one or two complaints about Wait the Dead in Crimes of Passion, but hardly any complaints I can see about Wait the Dead so far. And I can understand why. It's such a good book. The small books were like uniqueness, like choices actually matter, not where you can like pick one choice. I mean, it ends up being the same thing happening. Like that's what I think comes down to. I think we said before we Wait the Dead. That's what's so unique about it. And to me, I honestly 100% hope they bring out a book 2. If they don't, then I'll probably riot. Because
I think they definitely will try and go with the sequel for that.
yes, but I don't think there's ever been a sequel for the IP book, has there? I don't think. No, yes, no, I can't remember.
Don't think so.
No, and I think the big. Oh god, but because I don't know. I hope they do bring out a book 2. I really hope they do. I mean, I know we've got 5, 6 chapters left, if there's that many left anyway.
Or they may go for 20.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If they go for 20, I think it'll probably be a book 1, like 1. But I really genuinely hope they bring it. I don't know what more I can say about that.
I think it's a genre that's been really like eagerly asked for, and it's like to end it and then obviously wait God knows how long for a new one.
Exactly. And so, like it just shows, doesn't it? Like when PIXELBERRY, when fans press for something like this, they do it, and they do it genuinely well. Like, I think they're taking it. I mean, look, I'm going to sound a bit horrible here, and I don't mean to be, but I wish PIXELBERRY had taken their own, not their own advice, but their own things and actually put it into other books. I think for me, what I like about Dream Wait You're Dead is choices genuinely matter. There's consequences to choices. Why this should be in anything, not in just books, but in real life. I just wish it'd do more like that. Like, if you reject a certain love, like we were talking about with the love interest, if you reject them, like you were saying about Wait the Dead, what will happen? Will they betray us, or what will happen like that? I think that's what I think they'd like implemented more, in my opinion. But
no, definitely.
Because, God, I don't. But yeah, I'm actually just happy with what the PIXELBERRY are doing at the moment. Exception could maybe not be it's Surrender. But apart from that, I can't fault PIXELBERRY for Crimes of Passion or Wait the Dead. And honestly, I don't know about you. I don't think anybody's ever been into this. I can't honestly think of one flaw with Wait the Dead. Like, genuinely, I'm not even just saying it because I like the book. Like, any flaws at all. Absolutely not. I genuinely don't think there is.
Yeah, I don't really see any problems or flaws with it at the moment.
Nope. No, absolutely not. I'm not. I will say one thing about it. You know, you're going to be sarcastic. I'll be far. Surrenders. I'm a bit more lenient on the book now. That's what I will say.
Oh yeah. Start of the book, I was like eager for it. I got into it. I liked it, but it didn't really give a good feeling.
I think like we can all agree on. Well, when Nick gets back, it is very. Some of the chapters are very fillery, really much.
But the newest chapters are getting better. I'll say that.
100%. Like the latest chapter 10, like I said, I did not expect that to happen. I thought, what? Where did this come from? What? And I think that's what annoyed me the most about it, because that's why I chose the male one, because I thought the male love interest, because I thought that's the only person, do you know what I mean? Like, but I have to replay it again, but replaying it again, oh my god, I'm going to have to go back on what I said. It's not as bad as I first thought it would be, if I'm honest. And the people who are probably criticising it are the people who have not experienced it like that before, if I'm going to be honest. But they don't know what it's like, so I said, what the hell's this? And if you don't know experience, you're not going to be used to it. You're like, what's this? What am I supposed to do? What is it like? But yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
No, definitely not.
Is it the worst book choices I've ever brought out? Hands down, no. Is it the best book I've ever brought out? No. But, you know, I mean, it's not as... I know there's be a lot of people laughing, but like, yeah. You know, that's all I've got to say to them. I'm surrendering them up with that. So, yeah. Well, my name, I guess. Don't know what he's doing, but yeah. I don't know fans things to talk about when he's talks about most things.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good to see how that turns out.
Do I see? I saw somebody said, was it Reddit or something? Not Reddit, somewhere I can't remember. They think there'd probably be a book 2. I don't think this wouldn't be. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be against the book 2, but like, I wouldn't say PIXELBERRY don't make a book 2 because you're terrible writers. I'm not saying that. But would there be a book 2? Can I see it? Probably.
Maybe, but it depends, because I mean, BDSM is very like there's a lot to it, so it just depends if that's the direction they wanted to go.
Then I would not be opposed to it. I know I'm not going back on what I said, but it's I know we all say like give books chances. I did, and it's not as bad as I thought. That's all I'll say about it. No, it's not as bad as I thought.
No, yeah, it'd definitely be like 10 times worse.
Yeah, I think as well with Surrender, like, what is this bloody Pat's problem? Saying we're cheating. Well, technically, you're not wrong, but who's the one who cheated first? Them. Honestly, what?
Someone who's obviously too scared to lose everything.
Exactly, too scared to lose. Think, oh God, what have we got to do now? Do. You know, it's just.
Nah, but
I think as well. Yes. Oh, I bloody hope we do. But like, yeah, I think. What is it? Who was her Dom? Is it? I'm gonna say is her name Dominatrix. That's what she actually is.
Trishana or something.
Yeah, she's a bit of a. I won't say she's a bad character, but like she's got a bit of not sarcasm. I can't think of the right word. A bit of. I can't think of the word. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to find, but she's got a bit of sassiness. I think I'm trying to say. Obviously, the last 2 chapters. Oh, good God, yes, she is. But I think as well, what I like about Surrender. God, I never thought I'd say them words. It's a dynamic where it. Hello?
Yeah, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. We've just been talking about Surrender.
That's good.
Yes, and I know, Renee Man, you're going to be surprised at this, but I did say, but I'm not Surrender is far from the worst booking choices. Oh, yes. I will say that. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, yeah, go on.
No, I'm just finishing off what I was saying. Like, I just like the. No, we can't talk about it with you here because I don't want to spoil anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. So, speaking of Surrender and not being the best book, what do you think is the best book choices for you? Not say best book, but top 3 favorite books for you that you think is
Wake the Dead, Crimes of Passion, and I can't pick a book out of this series, but Wake the Dead, Crimes of Passion, in no particular order, sorry, Wake the Dead, Crimes of Passion, and the It Lives series, hands down for me.
All of them are good. What about you?
Crimes of Passion for definite. Wake the Dead. I'm trying to think. I think The Cursed Heart will be a good book when it comes out. I don't know how to feel about Untamable or Princess Swap though.
I know because God, sorry about that. Pardon me. I've seen as well with the Untamable, is it? With a character with the is it the one where the cover looks like a Big Sky Country 2 one? The old
Yeah.
yeah. It just I think as well, and I didn't need to look at this because I've not even looked at spoilers in days, weeks even. I did see when I saw the spoiler to that. I thought, "Oh God, it's a spoiler." I thought it's just a picture. Nothing else got spoiled. It did say apparently that book might be just like the Big Sky Country, but with extremely more romance and like erotica. I thought, why? But
I guess it could go either way, to be honest.
yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. But isn't it a single love interest book?
I think so.
Yeah.
Looks like
Bloody hell.
It would be High School Story. I think that's one of the best. They pulled off trilogy, and then there's trilogy. That was amazing, and the way they America's most best trilogy for me is that I've read. Like, amazing, like thrillers and like the climax at the end, cliffhangers, it up, ending it well. One of the best trilogies I've read. And as a third, it's tied between It Lives and Wake the Dead, depending on which gets a sequel. Wake the Dead gets a sequel. And how it because I'm only 5 chapters in, so I'm holding on to that. But for me, It Lives with hands down.
Bloodbound is definitely one of the best trilogies out there as well.
Bloodbound. I to catch up on that, but I see what you mean. I have read the Winter Solstice, and it was a good read. I absolutely enjoyed my, reading that twice, and both the times enjoyed. Yeah. All right, so
Yeah, it's really good.
I gotta end this. As I'm seeing, like I'm low on my battery, so it was nice hanging out with you. I wish we could have continued it a bit long, but I'll let you know next time we hang out so we can talk more.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
take care. I'll see you.
I'll see you all later.
Yep. Bye. Take care. Stay safe.
See you guys soon.
Yeah. See you.